Most people want to change their lives, but they have no idea where to start. I know that feeling because I was once there too. Every morning, I woke up early, rushed to work, spent the entire day dealing with pressure, and got home late at night. It felt like I was living the same day over and over again. Do we talk about the constant threats of being fired or the unfavorable policies? Maybe we should talk about the stress of being broke 1 week after payment and how that made life frustrating. I became tired of struggling, tired of worrying about money, tired of watching months pass without seeing any real change in my life, growing old building someone else's business without being appreciated or regarded. Deep down, I knew something had to change. But there was one problem. I didn't know where to start. Like most people, I was afraid of being scammed. Every day, I saw advertisements promising success and financial freedom. While I scroll, I see people living the kind of life I yearn to live. But I was scared. I didn't know who to trust. And even though I knew life was becoming digital and successful people don't work hard, but smart, still, I didn't know which skill to learn. I didn't know if any of it would actually work. But eventually, I realized something important. If I kept waiting until I had everything figured out, I would never start. So I made a decision. I invested in my first skill. I learned virtual assistance. Was I confident? No. Was I certain it would change my life? Not at all. But I took the first step anyway. After that, I explored video editing and later digital marketing. I was still confused at times. I still doubted myself. There were days when I felt like giving up because I was still confused, and progress was slow. Have you ever worked hard at something and felt like nothing was happening? That's exactly how I felt. There were moments when I questioned whether all the effort was worth it. I was already dealing with debt. Bills kept coming. Responsibilities didn't disappear. The rat race continued. Work, sleep, repeat. The cycle never seemed to end. But I kept going, not because it was easy, not because I was earning yet, but because I knew that quitting would guarantee that nothing changed. Little by little, I started improving. I learned new things. I practiced whenever I could. I even practiced at work during spare moments. Every small opportunity became a chance to learn. Some days, I only had a few minutes, but I used those minutes. And that's when I discovered something important. I genuinely loved video editing. Out of all the skills I tried, video editing was the one that excited me the most. It was the skill I enjoyed practicing. It was the skill I looked forward to improving. This realization helped me find my path. I focused on it, regardless of how little free time I had after work. I wasn't perfect. I wasn't an expert. I simply showed up every day and got a little better. After all, every expert was once a beginner. That's the lesson I want you to take away from this video. You don't need to know everything before you start. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need to have all the answers. What you need is the courage to take the first step. Start where you are. Learn what you can. Practice consistently. Take action even when you're scared. As you move forward, you'll figure things out. My personal formula became simple. Analyze, organize, and improvise. Analyze your situation and where you want to go. Organize your plan and your time. Then improvise when things don't go as expected, because they won't always go as planned. And that's okay. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is progress. If my story teaches you anything, let it be this. Your life can change the moment you decide to stop waiting and start moving. I hope this video encourages you to begin your own journey toward changing your life. You don't have to have it all figured out today. Just take the first step. Then improve along the way. Learn, practice, act despite fear. If this message inspired you, don't forget to like, save, and subscribe. Help this message reach other people who want to change their lives but don't know where to start. Your journey can begin now.